All right. Welcome back to my channel about healing paralysis, other neurological injury, and the human condition in general. I messed up badly once again. This is day 79, and I'm supposed to release a video every day. Didn't release 177, didn't release 178 because I'm in a slump. I have been unable to extricate myself from this slump that I'm in, and it started. Well, let's say this: be very, very careful about doing a lot of self work, and especially the incorporation of, you know, let's just call it, let's just be safe for the YouTube algorithm and call it plant medicine or medicines, extracurricular psychoactive medicines. Be very careful with them because you might really, and this deep breath work session that I'm about to do, the reading that I've been doing, and just the radical honesty that I'm practicing with myself. Yeah, be extremely careful doing that because you might come to the conclusion that your life isn't exactly where you want it to be. And I wouldn't say I've been depressed. I'm actually the happiest that I've ever been. I've just been really, really struggling to do my insurance work, selling insurance. And that's how I have to support myself and my little family here. And it's just been really difficult incorporating that into all of the other work and things that I'm doing. And to be honest, it's just been super depressing. Waking up in the morning and knowing that, let me get this closed here, knowing that I have to, spend 4 to 8 hours of the day texting and selling and talking about health insurance has just been killing me. And I shouldn't let it because I'm super grateful for the job. I actually, all things considered, as far as a, I don't know, normie job goes, I couldn't, I like it just fine. I just want to spend every waking moment and second of my life doing things that, bring actual joy into the world, doing creative work, learning everything I can about breath work and healing and sharing all that. And it's just been really hard to do both. I've been doing, and also there I was under like a lot of financial pressure there for a minute, just with going to that music festival and having never-ending litany of medical expenses and just expenses in general. I'm responsible for my mortgage and phone bill, internet, everything like that. Kelsey supported us for a long time and really took the brunt of the financial burden for years. So that's my responsibility now. And it's tough. 2024 is so expensive, and it is even more tough, when you're being a depressing kind of bitch about the job that you do. So yeah, I was under some financial pressure for a bit there, but I have emerged, triumphant. Triumphant. I was gonna do triumphant like that, and I did quotes because it's not quite a triumph yet. It's just an ongoing battle because it really, I can't believe, like, I just went to Whole Foods yesterday and basically got some snacks. And I know Whole Foods is, notoriously expensive, but it's really, I have compared my receipts side by side. The only two closest grocery stores to me are Whole Foods and Publix, and it really ends up being about the same cost. I'm going to eat healthy food. I'm going to eat organic, grass-fed. I'm just not willing to compromise on that, I'll just find a way to have the money to do it. I won't eat, anything other than really high quality, delicious food. I think it's so important, and I don't think um, you know, the damage that toxic industrialized food does can really be undone necessarily. I think it can mostly be undone, but I do think it causes some permanent compromise to your body's health. And I can't afford that, especially because my gut health is so poor and so finicky already. That was another huge reason that I've had trouble emerging from the slump is I just compromised, almost 8 days ago now, whatever it was, last weekend compromised, just ate some gluten, drank some red wine, and had a few little cheats in there. And like my idea is I really want to make my body resilient. I don't want to never ever be able to have, a little cheat meal. But I think gluten and industrial dairy and seed oils are just going to be kind of lifelong removed from my diet. Unless I really heal my lower gastrointestinal tract to a place that it's just not now at all. They're just not going to be able to be incorporated even in small amounts or treats or anything. They just completely, destroy my gut health for almost a week. It just creates this massive inflammatory response, and it's just hard to get back on track. And when it's happening, because it's so long lasting and just so annoying, it makes it easier for me, at least, even though this is the opposite of what should happen. It makes me easier to compromise on little things again and just make other little exceptions, because you're just like, I've been eating so good for 7 days again after one mess up, and everything's in my stomach. I'm still having bloating and just stomach problems in general, gut issues in general, not stomach. It's not my stomach at all. It's my lower gut. I just say the stomach is a generalized area, but it's not my stomach. But that just creates like a bit of a nihilistic perspective, a bit of a hopelessness. And if I have to, if it's already going to be hurting, I might as well have this other thing that's going to bother it more. But stupid way of thinking. But the point is, I have not broken out of this little slump that I've been in, and I just want to be honest. I want to be vulnerable. I want to talk about the real journey to put a human back together after spinal cord injury, because it's just not linear. It's not up and to the right all the time. It's you want to be trending up and right, but it's just a constant up and down. At least it is for me, and I imagine that is the more common experience. But it's just about getting back on the wagon as quickly as possible, spending as little time, making exceptions. And for me, so what is going to kick me back out of this, and what always helps for me for some reason, it just gets me back on track, is what I'll do is I've just accepted that today I'm not going to do any insurance work. It's depressing me, and I just need to press pause and do a reset and just allow myself the freedom to do whatever I want. It's a Sunday, and for some reason, I really wish I was out surfing this morning, but my van's in the shop getting worked on. That would have been perfect. But realistically, realistically wasn't the word I needed to go there. I started thinking about surfing. But the point is, just going to give myself a day to focus on my body, get myself feeling good, going to set up, kind of eat ketogenic all day today, so that Monday, Tuesday, I can do a fast, just a 48-hour fast to kind of, flush my body out, and it just clicks the restart button for me for whatever reason. It might be a 24-hour fast, planning on 48 hours, just giving myself some time to clear out whatever I had going on from my little binge last week. And then I had a slight binge yesterday as well. Just ate a couple like cashew milk ice cream bars that were sitting around, and some sugar. I had more sugar than I would normally have, which doesn't sit super well for me. And so yeah, I was trying to think if there was anything else. Cheater. Oh, I had another like coconut candy thing, like a healthy coconut candy thing. But yeah, I had more sugar than I would normally have, certainly. And so just gonna fast for a day or two, kind of reset everything, and just hope that I can kick back into full ambitious gear for the filming for this YouTube channel, because when I'm down and feeling what just I don't want to sound depressed or super negative, because I am not. I'm actually really, really happy. I just am struggling to reconcile what has to be done with what I want to do. The comparison is the thief of joy, and life is super short, and I have committed myself for years to living it to the fullest, living like you're in your own personal movie or book. And if you actually live that way, if you imagine that you're looking at yourself, imagine you're reading your story or watching yourself in a movie, you're never, oftentimes doing the thing that you're going to not go to that insurance job. You're going to not go to work. If you're actually watching a movie and being like, I'm 80 years old, looking back on my life, watching as a movie, what would I say to do that day? It's never going to be, go to the job and sacrifice happiness for material comfort and everything. You're watching a movie, you're just going to say, throw it all away and go for it. Run towards your dreams, which is beautiful and romantic. And I've tried it a bunch of different times. It doesn't work in practicality unless you really have a plan set up, which I don't. I don't have a perfect plan set up yet. That's what I'm in the process of doing. So I digress. I've been rambling a little bit. Just wanted to get back out here and keep sharing and keeping, as honest as I possibly can about my, my failings to stay on track, as much as, when I'm successful. Did have to take a little break from the pull-up challenge, just yesterday and today. I'm not going to do any pull-ups. My fingers, for whatever reason, like this digit of all of this finger, yeah, mostly just these two middle fingers on both hands, is so sore. It's absolutely killing me. I hang on the bar like right here across this part of my hand, rather than a full grip for whatever reason. And yeah, I have just become increasingly sore at these fingers, especially my ring finger on both sides. It's just killing me, so I just need to take a break. It's been basically a month with only my sickness, or a month and, about a month with only my sickness getting in the way of doing at least 30 pull-ups a day. Most of the time it's been 38 to 50, and yeah, I'm paying the price in my digits. So taking a 2-day break. But I'm gonna go make some coffee, and then I'm gonna get back out here when this is fully heated up to 175 and do a 30-minute breathwork session from Breathless Expeditions. Mentioned it the last few times. It is magic. I don't know if you're supposed to do it in the sauna, but I like doing it in the sauna. So that's what's happening for now. I'll be back today I won't end this here, but I'll see you in just 1 millisecond your time. Also, these are the 5 supplements. I actually took 6 supplements that I take before the sauna. Sometimes I put some other stuff in there, but some lion's mane, some niacin, and those are also to accompany some extracurricular fungus of I took about 100 milligrams of that, a microdose of that, and then some NAC, just some N-acetylcysteine, and then some detox ultra, which is a bunch of different things, but some vitamins, minerals, more N-acetylcysteine actually, L-leucine, green tea extract, grapeseed extract, R-lipoic acid, as just a kind of a detox thing prior to the sauna, and then some liver support, which is basically just milk thistle and alpha lipoic acid. And that's all just to, yeah, facilitate a little detoxification in the sauna. So take that. I took also a little bit of methylene blue, took about 10 milligrams of methylene blue in the form of Lumitol blue, which is a supplement made by a guy here in Florida called Dr. John Lawrence, I believe. He is a chiropractic doc over in Sarasota, I think. But anyways, I think I really like that formulation. I definitely feel the effects. It feels like a shower from the inside out when you take, especially the Detox Ultra and the NAC with that methylene blue. It's pretty magic. It's a nice combination. So gonna do, got all that on board. Got the other extracurricular fungus with the lion's mane in there. So it's going to be a pretty intense breathwork session. Took that all about 30 minutes ago, and the sauna will probably be another 20-25 minutes heating up. So I will, have everything be fully on board and rolling through the bloodstream by the time we get in there. Oh man, sorry about the panting, the sweating, and the horrible look that I had. Jeez, I look terrible right now. But, and sorry I don't have my microphone in. I just got out of the sauna. I did a really long session. I'm not sure how long. That breath work session that I love. I think it's called Beyond Love. Sorry that I'm shaking. My hands are trembling, but I had to get this out before I lost it. And I realized I did it again. I did it all over again. I was punishing myself so hard, telling myself the reason that I wasn't getting the work that I need done is because I wasn't trying hard enough, because I wasn't doing enough, but because of my job, because of stress, because of all of these reasons. But the truth is, it is just because of pain. I'm not being weak or lazy or anything like that. I'm just in so much pain. It's all consuming. And what I realized is my conscious mind has gotten so good at ignoring the pain, that's why I don't use it as an excuse. And because it feels out of my control, it feels out of my control. That's the key word. I just set it aside because I'm not going to fix it today. I'm going to try do little bits towards fixing it, but it's going to be there beginning, middle, and the end of the day. God, I look like shit. I keep glancing. If you see my eyes move, I'm just going to glance at myself. I think it's the lighting of the garage. I think I might look a little bit better. I don't know. Anyways, I feel like shit. So it's fitting and it's fine. I'm going to get rid of all this inflammation in the next couple days. But basically what happened is I was just meditating in a really, really deep meditation at the peak of the breathwork session and just connected with whatever it is out there. I have my opinions about it, but whatever you believe in, you can connect to it. I promise that with the right breath work, the right mindset, the right story, you can connect to something pretty phenomenal. And I realized, like, I'm in so much pain. I mean, my feet feel like they're burning in acid. My asshole feels like I'm sitting on a stove. My dick feels like it's being melted off with ice, or like someone poured
molten metal onto it from the nerve pain. My back feels like all of that combined with a dull ache that is exactly the same if you're able-bodied or you don't have pain. Uh, it really does feel like someone has a screwdriver like set on my back and they're pounding it in to my back with a hammer, and it's all the way in there. And just every once in a while, they give it a good whack. And that's what I'm living with day in and day out. And what I'm realizing is by getting so good at consciously ignoring it, I'm actually not consciously solving for it as much as I could be. And also not allowing the power of the subconscious to fully get in there and do what healing it can. And so the meditation basically, it was like ha ha, and on the out breath, on the ha, I was really screaming, just letting out all of this pain and consciously feeling every single pain and fiber and thinking about it and letting my subconscious, conscious, and unconscious all be fully aware and present at the same time of the torturous pain that I'm in. And let me tell you, it did not get rid of the pain in any way, shape, or form. I'm in excruciating pain right now, but it let go of a tension of this. And it comes back to the exact same thing that I was talking about with other things in my life, that you can apply the Jungian psychology of the shadow self to this thing. My subconscious was screaming out about the pain. My unconscious, my body is screaming at the pain, and my conscious is just shoving that down, pushing it aside. Ignore, 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 get rid of it. Focus on what you can actually impact in this moment right now. And it was creating some sort of divide that was, not fully allowing me to tap in to my own endogenous healing potential, if that works in this scenario, and also just the universe or the God or the spirit world or whatever, the fucking quantum field, whatever it is out there that you can tap into. I don't have the answers. I have my theories, but I don't have the answers. You got to answer. That's one of the goals of living life as a human, is to answer that question. God, I just want to change this bags in my eyes, but it can't be done. I'm so inflamed. Just been getting terrible sleep, and I've been not eating as I know that I should. Perfect whole food diet, had just treats here and there, some rice here and there. I just know that whole food only, vegetables, fruit, and meat is just what my body needs for the time being. And I've strayed from that, and it causes massive inflammation and serious downstream consequences, even little exceptions to the rule. That's not the case when you're resilient and well and good to go, but that is the case when sometimes when you're on the beginning of healing something. And I'm only at the beginning, which is crazy because I've been working really hard at this for 5 years, but I finally got to the starting point. There's so little information out there. There's so much mixed bullshit information. Everyone's got an answer, and it usually fucking makes them a bunch of money. And we have to start at the beginning. I have to start, we have to crawl before we can walk. We have to lay and roll around before you can crawl. And that's the point that I'm at. I need to be laying and rolling around and building up into crawling and then walking and then running. I have to start over. I'm an infant, basically, all over again. I have to rebuild. That's what a truly traumatic, full-blown injury does to you, is it brings you back to zero and you have to rebuild from scratch. But I'm gonna go like ice my face or something. I really think that if I was in different light, I wouldn't look like I had been smoking crack for the last 10 days, but that is what it looks like when I'm like this. So anyways, that's it. Just had to get that in before the 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 awakening left, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the information dissipate. It won't go away completely. A little tiny bit of it will stick with me. But what I'm realizing more and more is with these intense experiences, whatever they are, really intense, long exercise sessions that put you in deep into, the meditative pain cave, endurance sports, meditation, breath work, free diving, any sort of extracurricular, psychoactive experiences. So I'm realizing more and more is you only get to take a little tiny nugget of each one with you every day, and it just builds on top of each other until, you get to kind of the whole story eventually. The whole start, let's just say a little thread of a story starts, not the whole story like everything, but a little thread of understanding of a story starts, and you think you get the whole thing, but then 99% of it goes away. The next day, you sew a little bit more. I don't know, that analogy is not really working. You stack a little more on there. You build on top of it. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to hang out with Kelsey for a few minutes before she has to leave for work and enjoy her company. Goodbye.